Walk me through your designs here. Tell me what your inspirations are.
So all of my pieces have somehow a connection to my grandma, my mom, my grandpa, my dad, the cornfields where I worked while I was a kid. Every piece tells a story. Lemon Design tells a story. And this is the story that I want to share with the world.
Whether he's making jewelry or sewing garments, the creations of Jorge Diaz are a combination of creativity and culture.
I wanted to create. I wanted to make beautiful things. I wanted to make things that projected who I am, where I was, where I came from. And I realized that here in Arizona, the representation for the Latino community is very limited.
Jorge launched Lemon Design 25 during the pandemic, but a few years in, he felt unfulfilled and began targeting the Latino community with his work, who returned with love.
The first month after my rebrand is when I realized how much of an impact Lemon Design was making and what the potential was. I was able to connect to people that cried seeing my pieces. And at the moment, it felt surreal because nobody cries when looking at a ring. Nobody cries when looking at a pair of earrings.
Although he's tapped into emotion, he's also tapped into the Hispanic purchasing power that, according to the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, equates for $65 billion of the state's economy.
That number, $65 billion, how does that compare with last year's number and say 5 years back?
Sure. For the last 2 decades, Arizona Hispanics have actually over-indexed and outpaced the forecast of spending power. And so that's a good sign, right? We're doing it faster and we're doing it better.
Dr. Monica Villalobos, president and CEO of the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, is pulling this information from DATOS, a yearly publication of the most comprehensive research on the impact of Hispanics on the Arizona marketplace. In Arizona, Latinos make up 30% of the population.
How do corporations reach out to you, and how do they use some of this information?
We have 106 corporate partners, and what we hear from them is that they utilize this as a tool and as the foundation of their marketing strategies to really understand the marketplace and how powerful it can be. It determines how they craft messages, how they develop products, and how they talk to their customers at the end of the day.
This year's DATOS focus is economic freedom and community prosperity.
We have to think about things like housing. What does that mean? How does that become an asset? We have to think about food, right? What are we doing to keep our community healthy so that they can give back to the next generation? We have to think about things like transportation as well. So all those elements of a healthy community create a healthy economy.
Exactly what Jorge is trying to do by becoming a business owner.
It took me a lot of time to realize that I am the face, that I'm the soul, and that I'm the hands of a business. But I come to terms with it in a good way. I created this from within. So I'm very proud to say I'm a business owner, I'm a CEO.
While most importantly, being the keeper of his culture.
A necklace that represented where they come from, or a bracelet that is as simple as a ojito bracelet that every Latino kid had while growing up. It just evolved into, this is me, this is where I came from, these are my roots, and I want to share them with you. So that's how Lemon Design became the cultural shop